Now, a lot of people choose to have reef aquariums with bare bottoms because they believe that it won't build up sediment or detritus, and it's easier to clean, which all in all is true. It's very easy to siphon the bottom of a bare bottom tank, and over a period of time, providing you don't allow too much sediment to build up on the bottom does accumulate coralline algae and can start to look quite good. I'm totally pro substrate. Like a 1 mil coral sand, I think just looks so beautiful and natural and uplifting. So you can go for a bare bottom tank, but I would much rather go for a nice thin layer of 1 mil coral sand, because I just think this looks so beautiful as opposed to the bare bottom look. Obviously this is just a bunch of goldfish tank, but ultimately, particularly if you don't have coralline algae established on the bottom, this is essentially what it looks like. And then you just get all sediment building up on the bottom, and I think all in all, I reckon most bare bottom tanks that I see look absolutely terrible. So the other advantage of the coral sand is you get your microorganisms, worms and starfish and so forth that all make a home within the sand, which massively increases the biological load of the aquarium, the biological capacity of the aquarium, I should say. And I'm also not a real big fan of the real thick beds of coral sand, because they just tend to fill up with detritus. And you can obviously run your deep sand bed versions, which I used to be right into sort of 10 years ago before I discovered Marine Pure. Now I rather get my denitrification and so forth through Marine Pure, and I rather just put a thin layer of coral sand in the bottom of the aquarium. So once again, there are many different ways you can do it. No way is actually right or wrong, because you'll see beautiful tanks run for long periods of time with bare bottom. You see beautiful tanks run for long periods of time with deep sand. You'll see beautiful tanks run for long periods of time with just a fine layer of fine coral sand. So there is no right or wrong, but if I had to give my opinion, I prefer a thin layer of 1 mil coral sand, because I think it looks natural, because it gives a nice bed for my bacteria and microorganisms, and I love the look of it. Anyway, give us your opinion. Tell us what you think. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with?